Alright, today we're going to talk about some of my favorite beauty must-haves, a lot of affordable options. I am a drugstore girly at heart, and I will soon be doing an Amazon favorites haul as well, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's just get into the beauty must-haves. Roll tape. Now, because my brows haven't changed in like 8 years, I'm going to start with that and get it out of the way really quick. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. I always use chocolate because you can build it up and get a nice deep color, but you can sheer it out, and so it's a little bit more of a universal shade because you can manipulate it in whichever way you want. It is $21 now. It used to be $18, but it literally lasts me like 2 to 3 years, guys, so I do my eyebrows almost every single day. Literally every single day. If I'm not doing my makeup, I'm still doing my eyebrows. Sometimes multiple times a day because I will film and I still have product 2 years later. It's insane. Something I've implemented recently to the brows is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. Okay, this is the shade Espresso. I have both of these on my eyebrows right now. I just used this on the outer portion after filling it in completely with the Dip Brow Pomade, and I feel like it gives me more dimension. This gives such natural hair-like strokes. The brush tip is so fine, so perfect, so beautiful. This is also super affordable. I think I paid like $8 or $12. I thought it was going to dry out a lot quicker than it has, and it's still working for me. So love that. I would go with a lighter shade next time. This is Espresso. They have a darker one and they've got a couple lighter ones, especially for blonde hair. This would be game changing. Okay, moving on to Palladio. Palladio is a brand that actually worked with me, the first brand and only brand that's ever worked with me on TikTok when they came out with this CC cream. I got to try it out an entire month before they launched, and I used it every single day because I was very nervous about it being my first ever like sponsored thing ever, and I was like, the only way I agreed to it is if they let me say my honest opinion, and they were like, you can have your honest opinion. And I kind of was hoping actually to not like it because I was like, awesome, this builds integrity with my brand. This brand is allowing me to say what my honest opinions are, and if I don't like it and it's sponsored, that will help build credibility and integrity within my community. But I love it. It is so good. It is halfway between a thick cream and then a liquidy foundation, so it's thicker, but I have dry to normal skin and it looks so good on the skin. It looks very hydrating. It is so full coverage, you guys, with the prettiest finish. I'm just obsessed with it. It's oil free, it has peptides, vitamin C, there's a bunch of skincare ingredients in here, and then they came out with a brush with it. I'm the shade medium 30 in most days, but I literally have a second shade on backup waiting for me just in case. I always choose a neutral shade though. That's a pro tip. If you don't know if you are warm or cool, always go neutral, and then you can kind of sort it out from there. Warm is going to show up orange on you, and that means you're cool. Cool is going to show up really pink on you, and that means you're warm. So if cool works for you, that means you're cool. And then if warm works for you, it means you're warm. So I always just go neutral because that works best for me. Warm usually. Pink, I'm not cool at all. I lean warm. I'm olive, so genuinely I have neutral undertones. But that's just a little side pro tip. The Palladio Kabuki brush that they came out with is $10. This is literally $10, and I use it with every single foundation I have. Sometimes I use it with my concealers. It's just a flat top Kabuki brush. Something about how big it is and how quickly it blends everything out for the price point. I'm obsessed. You can get them on Palladio.com and in Sally's Beauty. You can get some of their products. They have this brush in my Sally's Beauty for sure. And I'm really thankful for the opportunity that they gave me months ago to do that, but I have been using that since and mixing it with almost every foundation I have because I love how full coverage it is, but it doesn't accentuate any of my texture or any of my dry spots, which is so hard for me to find in an affordable foundation. Moving on to the ColourPop blush sticks. Everyone's into the liquid blush, but your girl got hooked and stuck on this ColourPop cream blush. This is the shade Under Pressure. It's my absolute favorite shade. This was, wow, there's some hair in there. How gross. But, you know, I got dogs, so it happens. This is on my cheeks right now. It is such a beautiful, beautiful shade. I love it. I wore this every single day for a year. And that's how much product I still have left. And when I tell you a little goes a long way, you can check out my TikTok video of me applying this if you want, because I just posted it. A little goes a long way. ColourPop did this right. It goes good over powder and cream, which is so hard to find in a blush. So if you mess up a step, you can still add your blush. You can layer powder over it, and it will last so long. I love it. Now, a powder I've been obsessed with, like literally can't put down, choose it over everything, use it on my clients, etc., etc., is the Makeup Revolution translucent powder and the banana powder, okay? The translucent powder isn't fully translucent. It does provide a little bit of coverage, so that is slightly misleading because this will add a cast of coverage for you, but I like that in a powder. I like a good coverage. There are no bad things to say about this powder. It doesn't do flashback. There's 1.12 ounces of product in here. Okay, 1.12 ounces of product is a lot more than typical powders that you're paying a lot of money for, and guess how much these are? $8. Yeah, $8. These are so good. Actually, I will take back my statement of saying there's nothing negative to say about them. I hate the packaging. I don't like it, but it is what it is. It's just because, you know, there's like a little sifter at the top and you have to like pour it onto like a palette or wherever you're working. But other than that, this is the most blurring powder ever. It just looks so beautiful on all skin ages and types, okay? You have to layer it up a little bit for oily skin, but you have to do that with any powder, I feel. And so I just really, really love this. And if you get anything from this video, I genuinely think that this is such a universal good powder for everyone, and you will be blown away by the price point and how well it performs. Like, I never liked the the Laura Mercier translucent powder, just didn't work well for me. The Hourglass one is like okay. The KVD one gave me terrible flashback. The only powder I've really enjoyed besides this is the Maybelline Fit Me. Like, I like it, it's pretty good, but this is like 10 times as blurring. And then the Huda Beauty Banana Bread is something I just recently got my fingers into. I'm talking like in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and I do enjoy that, but this somehow is more blurring, and I just don't get it, okay? This is so good. Go pick it up if you don't. Now, when we're talking long lasting, I have never needed that in a lip liner. Like, it's not one of my needs where I'm like, I need a lip liner that just lasts on me, because it's not something I expect from a lip liner, because I feel like that's a pretty big ask. But Huda Beauty sent me these. It's their new 2.0 lip contours. I have the warm brown and the pinky brown. I love them both. I have the pinky brown on the outer corners of my lip and the warm brown in the center, lining my lips. I have a different lipstick on. These are so good, and when I tell you, they lasted 12 hours on me. I'm not kidding. I work in a fast food restaurant, and my lip liner was still on through eating, through drinking, through working. Of course, I'm not like wiping my mouth. It doesn't dry down matte. It's not like a liquid lip, but something about these is so long lasting that it has blown my mind. So like wedding day lip liner for sure. Am I engaged? No, but if you are, highly, 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 highly recommend. Ask your makeup artist if she has this, and if you're doing your own makeup, get one of those. Get one of them, because they are just magnificent. Another thing that I have on my brows right now is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is gross, crusty, dusty, old one, but it's because a little goes a long way, and I genuinely am able to use them. This is the shade 10 Fair. This is 15 Light. I like to use this one for the outside of my brows because it blends into my foundation color better, and I use this for the underneath of my brows. Can you tell? I've went through about 20 tubes of these in my lifetime, and when I tell you guys, these are so good. So good. I won't carve my brows out with anything else. I genuinely won't. I won't. Every once in a while, the Tarte Shape Tape, but even then, I have trouble with it. This is a medium coverage formula. It's very hydrating. It dries down really nicely. It's like an eraser for your makeup. I love it. It touches up and can work with anything. Highly recommend. All of these things that I'm talking about today as well are going to be linked in my Amazon Beauty must-haves, because they're what I think you must have. Like, you must have in your collection. They're affordable, or they just outperform anything else that I've ever seen on the market, and that's why they are my beauty must-haves. Everything that I can possibly link, I will. This is the Roller Liner Eyeliner from Benefit in the shade Brown, okay? I have had this for a very long time, and I love it for creating faux freckles. I have real freckles, but I have went over my real freckles, accentuating them a little bit more with this, and it just looks so good with this nice highlighted corally cheek. Like, it's a very spring look, but you could go warmer tones for the fall. But I wore this makeup look to work last week. Okay, it was last week. 4 different people complimented me on my makeup. That is more people I've ever had compliment me on my makeup, especially something as simple as this look. I don't even have foundation on my skin in a day, ever. And 3 of them were complete strangers, and 1 was a coworker. And this is a newer job, so it wasn't even like I don't know. Super impressed with that. It is my favorite way to create faux freckles. I have the Lancome Tint Idole chocolate syrup brown eyeliner, and it's just too dark for freckles, so I really, really like that one, and I'm going to be sad when it runs out, and I'm going to need more. I do want to talk about a brush. I want to talk about a brush that 6 years ago I was conned into buying because I couldn't tell the salesperson no. I wanted to go buy the Hourglass Vanish stick foundation because so many people were talking about it on YouTube at the time, and I just had saved up, and I knew it was very expensive. Anyway, the salesman asked me if I wanted the brush with it, and I just absolutely couldn't say no, so I ended up buying the brush, and it was insanely expensive. Like, it still makes me kind of sick to my stomach that I spent this much on this brush. The reason I'm bringing it up, because I don't have expendable money like I did when I was 18, 6 years ago, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because it's on Amazon for $18. I have it linked in my beauty must-haves. It is this brush, okay? It is their Hourglass Vanish Foundation brush. Okay, it has the perfect amount of taper. It has the perfect amount of tightness between the bristles. This blends out everything so beautifully. Cream bronzer, cream blush, powder blush, foundation. Anything your heart desires, this blends it out with no streaks and just the most full coverage, beautiful finish. I couldn't live without this brush. I'm so glad that I have it. And I mean, it's held up for how many years I've had it. It has held up, girlfriend. So well worth the investment that I still cringe about to this day. Something I'm a little embarrassed to show you because the packaging is quite dirty. Maybe I can wipe it down a little bit before I show you. I used to never be a self-tan girly. I used to try to go into Sephora when I would see reviews and save up money to be able to go buy self-tanner that I was hearing beauty gurus talk about and things like that. And I bought the Josie Maran one, and it just didn't do it for me. I'm like, I don't look tan at all. Like, this is whatever. I had bad experiences with self-tan, so I've kind of just not explored very many because I have given up. B-Tan, the brand B-Tan, sold in Walmart, Walgreens, is so good. I have never smelled weird. It does have a slight tan smell to it. I have never streaked. I have never turned orange. I've used every single shade that they offer in their range. I have never had any single issue with their tan, and I genuinely see results every single time I use it. So I highly recommend their tanning products, the foam with like their mitt. So good, guys, and so affordable that it just boggles my mind. But I seen this, okay, this is their face tanner. It goes on clear, there's no color guide, and it adds this just beautiful bronze tan to your skin, and I'm not talking like a light one, like a pretty decent, like 2 to 3, maybe 4 shades darker, depending on the amount of this that you use. It also is so long lasting. I wash and exfoliate my face so often, and if I self-tan my face with a mousse, it will be gone the next day. This will last me up to a week on my skin. No joke. It will last up to a week on my skin. Sometimes I'll add a couple of these drops to the mousse to make it last on my skin for a long time, and it works. I think I paid $10 for this, and I have used it since last winter. Because I have used it. You only need 2 to 3 drops on your face, maybe a drop per pump of mousse on your body. It's so good. So this is their go get this. Go get this. This is like what were those tanning drops that everyone was using? This is like that all over again, but so affordable. And the packaging is really cute. Like, when I bought it, I was like, I doubt this works, but the packaging's cute, so if it doesn't work, at least I have like some decor for $10. I would spend $10 on decor. That was like my literal mindset when I bought this, and now I will never be without it because it is so good. It does take like 8 hours to develop, 2 to 3 to start seeing results, but like full results will happen within 8 hours. Another beauty product that I seen Jaclyn Hill talking about like a million gajillion years ago but haven't been able to put down since is the Soap & Glory Righteous Butter. I used to get it in the big tub. I no longer do that. I obviously get this. I have like 3 of these in my house. I love a lotion that smells good, that has a fresh, clean scent, but I love a lotion that genuinely soaks into my body and feels like it's moisturizing it and doesn't leave a sticky, weird residue. When I heard her say that, I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. She's right. It does not leave any kind of weird, sticky residue, gross weirdness, okay? I put this on every single night before bed. Every single night. When I get out of the shower, I put this on. I can't live without it. because now that I'm used to putting it on, like, my bedtime routine revolves around that scent and, like, my skin feeling hydrated, and it's just so good. And the scent, it's their original rose and bergamot. I'm not a rose girly kind of scent. To me, it doesn't smell like that, but my goodness, this is just one of a kind. Soap and Glory really did it with this one, and I cannot put it down and will not live without it. Their other scents are good too, but their Righteous Butter is just so good to me. It also has an 18-month lifespan before it expires, but I usually use it up probably, I'd say I get a new one like every 7 months, but I have a couple around my house because I use it so often. So yeah, that's a lot of my current and also long-running beauty must-haves. I feel like I haven't been on YouTube in 4 years, so I needed to update you guys on what I'm still using and what I'm currently just absolutely mind-blown and amazed with and can't get away from when it comes to the beauty must-haves. It's linked in the description below if you're curious about what else is in there and what else and how to get those things. I typically buy from Amazon. I'm an Amazon girly at heart because the convenience of Amazon is just, it's got me in a chokehold, you know? I can't be bothered sometimes. I work 7 days a week. I have dogs. I have psychiatrist appointments, doctor's appointments, OBGYN appointments. Like, I'm always doing the things, you know, real life, cooking dinner, church, all of it. So it's hard to, like, just get out and shop and kind of, like, look for new things. So Amazon's my girly. That's where it'll be linked. Don't feel like you have to. Yes, I do earn a percentage through my Amazon storefront. I feel like everyone knows that that's common knowledge now, but it doesn't mean it costs any more for you to buy it. But you also don't have to, like, go through my link. Do I appreciate it? Yes. Do I make a living wage through it? No. I think I have $18 in there, and I've had it up for like a year at this point. So totally don't feel obligated to. I get pennies. So if it makes you feel weird, don't do that. I don't want you guys to feel weird, but I want you guys to love products and have affordable products and know, like, what the best of the best is and what's working for me and what I'm loving. And that is what I'm currently loving. If you're new, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Maybe ring the bell so you're updated of another upload. I'm super excited to just, like, be back on YouTube and bring you guys so much content that I have thought about for literal years at this point. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps me so much, especially because I'm trying to resurrect an old channel from the dead, quite literally, when I could have started a new channel. So if you are watching this, please just take a couple seconds and just hit the thumbs up button. It really helps me, and it supports and encourages my hard work on my daydream, and I appreciate that more than you could ever know. All right, I love you all, English. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.